This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stuttgart's podcast.
I'm a little worried that Arkansas got raptured. I mean, there's like really nobody here. God does love the SEC more.
Dan, it's me, Lucy, and we are here in beautiful Fayetteville, Arkansas. This is a lovely town. Dixon Street is awesome. Arkansas fans, they are very kind people. The football here is terrible. It's awful, and it's so bad. And their fans, they're very sad. And I gotta say, one game of this, I'm pretty sad too.
How would you describe being an Arkansas fan?
Disappointing.
It's tough at times.
Waking up on Saturdays to my dad screaming, yelling at the TV.
We're the bottom pit of the SEC.
Oh, heartbreaking at times. Well, most of the time, heartbreaking.
We call them the Heartbreak Hogs for a reason. It's always a big disappointment, but it's still fun. We get our hopes up every year.
Why does it never work out?
I blame Bobby Petrino. It's all Bobby Petrino's fault.
It's literally all Bobby Petrino's fault. Are you guys the unluckiest athletic department, athletics in all of college sports?
Oh, hands down. Hands down. We're cursed.
You know, they say you can have some good friends that'll leave you. You'll have some girls that'll leave you, but your team will never leave you. So they're always there.
This team might actually leave you. Oh my God, pork chop. Sorry. He's talking to a kid now, but I would like to talk to him. Woo Pig, love you, buddy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hand you the mic because this is your segment. This is your moment. This really isn't even about
I think you're right, yeah. We got a free people sign. The people want to hear from people. The Canes are like 4-0. The fans want to know what people has to say right now. So, like, bring people back, please. Free people.
I can tell you Billy's going to hate this so much.
I'm speaking for the fans here.
Yeah,
we want to know where people's going, what he's thinking right now.
You speak for the fans, I speak for Billy, and Billy says no. If you guys got to pick Arkansas's head coach, who do you want and who do you think it'll be?
I think John Gruden will be the coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
John Gruden?
Yeah.
What?
John Gruden.
Everyone is saying that. Everyone has given that answer. That's mental illness.
Probably Nick Saban.
Yeah, that would be my top choice too. You think he's coming back to go coach Arkansas specifically?
Oh, yeah. When I hit the Powerball and I just have unlimited amount of money, I'm going to throw him probably about $150 million to come be our coach.
I love that. All right, so everyone go buy lottery tickets and get Nick Saban down here to Fayetteville.
I'm not a rookie here. I bought some college football tickets in my time, but I've already used code Dan.
Lucy.
Use code Lucy?
Lucy for $20 off your first order.
Okay.
Terms apply.
So I used code Dan. Now this is great. Now I can actually use it again. I just got to get another fake burner email. But the heady play here is you get the wife to download Game Time and then use code Lucy if you've already used it. That's how we got $20 off, and here we are.
So the vibes here, I got to be honest, they're off. People don't really seem to be drinking that much, which like is Arkansas, it's the SEC. I was not expecting that. Truly, this is like a defeated fan base, and it's honestly kind of sad. But I do love all the pig stuff. I think that's really cool. What was your reaction to your first time hearing them call the Hogs?
Wild. My dad, when he came here for orientation, said he needed a few more drinks.
It's freaky in the best way.
I've been trying to find out what actually Woo Pig Suey means.
Suey is a hog call. So because Arkansas is a farming state, there are a lot of hogs here. By the way, wild boars, terrifying animals, and we're very scared of them.
Yeah.
So when you're at a farm and you need your hogs to come, and you go, sweet,
Oh,
sweet,
really?
sweet, 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 and you get the hogs to come.
Wait, let's do that again.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Pigs. Will is potentially the biggest show fan we've ever met. So we would
I'm going to be the nuttiest fan this week?
we would like to declare you
goodness.
the Hampton Farms nuttiest fan.
Nuttiest fan of the week. Wow.
And we
this is
got
a
you
major
my
honor.
favorite flavor, which
one
is
is it?
spicy dill pickle.
Pickle. I saw him
really
eating this one. This is going to be a fan favorite, I think.
That is the best one. Today's trip and today's Woo Pig Suey was brought to you by Hampton Farms. Get nutty with Hampton Farms, the official snack nut of the tailgate.
Go Hogs.
this is Sam Pittman's last year?
I've heard rumors. We don't win today. I think he's out.
Yeah, probably so.
I hope so. Personally, yes. Yes, I do.
Maybe his last game. I think he retires. I don't think he quit or we fire him. I think he retires.
I don't know. I'd have to ask my dad, then come back to you.
Okay, yes, we got to get your dad on the phone, and he'll tell you he's done with Sam Pittman.
Notre Dame wiped the floor with Arkansas. You knew Arkansas was in big trouble when Notre Dame is doing 4th and 9 from its own 20-yard line, a double reverse fake punt with a pass from its own 20-yard line because they had no fear of anything Arkansas was doing. Lucy Rohden joins us now. How was the experience? You look beaten down from the experience. You look like a little sad while you're watching that video.
Fayetteville, lovely. Like one of my favorite towns we've gone to. Dixon Street is really cool. The fans were really nice. But it was the first time, this is our first off-roading firing, so that's kind of a big deal for us. Congratulations, team. But this was the first time we went to a game where it was just the fans were apathetic. They were there just to be there, but clearly the vibes are off. That's probably one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. It was just all around. That's a fan base too that I think you need the context of they have gone through hell and back in every single sport. Everything goes wrong for them in the most ridiculous way ever. So to break Arkansas fans, that has to be rock bottom. And I was not expecting for them to fire Sam Pittman after this game just because he had a really weird contract. But I'm glad they're trying Bobby Petrino again. I'm sure that's going to work out really well.
This allows us to put on the screen your Bobby Petrino costume and my Bobby Petrino costume. Do you want to talk some Bobby Petrino? Because it's just lovely that Bobby Petrino would be back after, ruining the entirety of his reputation and career while wrecking on a motorcycle.
It's it's one of those things where like I said earlier, things just go wrong for Arkansas. Everything is bad. And then occasionally you just look around and you know that's kind of your fault, right? This is a choice you made. You're going back to Bobby Petrino after everything that has happened is the most Arkansas ever. And so he's interim coach right now. He has made it very clear that he's I want this full time. This is where I want to be. I want to be the head coach of Arkansas again. And Arkansas, what was so fascinating about going to Fayetteville was seeing how much money there is in Northwest Arkansas. That is a very, very wealthy area. And Arkansas is a school that should be like Texas Tech. They should be just mopping it up in NIL with Walmart there, with Tyson Chicken there, with JB Hunt there. They should be a very, very wealthy athletics department, and it just isn't happening. So I don't know who they go out and hire. I don't know who they get for that job when the money isn't there, even though it should be. So it does feel like Bobby Petrino is the next head coach at Arkansas. And will it be good? Probably not. Will it be awesomely entertaining? Absolutely.
Gruden would fit there.
Vibes-wise, yes. He's got the calling the hogs vibe, but it's just Arkansas, what are we doing? What I think Arkansas should do is know that, okay, SEC-wise, you're kind of low. Maybe you could get some extra money. You were able to get the extra money to fire Sam Pittman. You got to try to find that next young guy. You don't want to do what they're doing at UNC with Bill Belichick. You don't want to go back to Bobby Petrino. You need to just go take a chance right now because, you have no other shot of succeeding.
Lucy, how do you think the brass at Penn State feel about James Franklin?
Let me give some of these numbers, by the way. James Franklin, 1-15 against top 5 opponents, 4-21 against top 10 opponents, 15-30 against top 25 opponents, 4-17 against Michigan and Ohio State.
Yeah, so after that loss, me just in my full sicko brain, I immediately went to watch his post-game press conference. I was I gotta watch this. And it was sad. One of the things that I'll give James Franklin, he's very self-aware. Someone asked him a question of okay, so this ranked team thing, it keeps happening. You keep losing. And he's I understand that narrative. And at this point, it's not a narrative. It's factual. It's right in front of you. If I'm a Penn State fan, I'm frustrated because this is the best roster that you have had in a long time. And the big thing with Penn State was, okay, we are going to go and do the one thing we're supposed to do. We're going to go to the portal and get wide receivers because that was the issue. And they did that. They got 3 really good wide receivers out of the portal. They went and spent all that money on Jim Knowles. This was supposed to be the all or nothing year. And then you have James Franklin punting from the Oregon 36. You can't be all or nothing in the offseason, and then in game, James Franklin is let's just hope for the best. clearly there's going to be an insane level of frustration, but I don't think they're going to move on from James Franklin because, like, who do you get? Like, he is such a good coach, except for in the game. He just can't do that, which is, like, bad, but it's good. And so you're just, like, living your life as it is right now, where Penn State will win a lot of games this year. They are a very good football team, but you look at, like, what is happening with Oregon, and Dan Lanning lives his life. Like, I don't even know if they got a punter on that roster the way he's calling fourth downs. Like, Penn State needs a little bit of that. Like, they need some urgency. I just feel like James Franklin doesn't know what's going on during the game.
Did you watch Dan Lanning immediately following the game? Is he okay?
Yeah, there are rumors going around that I won't acknowledge. I have been to a Penn State whiteout game. That energy is insane, and I think he was just really, really hyped up on that energy and maybe not anything else. Yeah. I'm not going to make any assumptions.
It was a whiteout for sure.
It was a whiteout. It was definitely a whiteout.
Rumors. It sounds like you guys just did the rumors.
You don't do that.
Don't take it there, Dan.
I mean, nobody. He did that a lot.
Whisper it in Zaz's ear, and then he'll say it.
Darren Waller is going to join us here in about 10 minutes, fresh off his first 2-touchdown game in 5 years.
I think it's cocaine.
The last time
What?
Whoa!
The last time Darren Waller had 2 touchdowns was also against the Jets. He'll be joining us in a little bit. Let's get to LSU losing to Ole Miss. LSU.
Billy hates priests.
Wow, you turned on him finally.
Whatever.
I'm proud of you.
God. Tired of this. Can't hold it in for that long. Whatever. What am I protecting him for anyway?
You went to jail for him.
What am I protecting him for? You're right. I spent my time thinking about what I did, and I realized, why am I protecting him?
This episode is supported by FX's The Lowdown, starring Ethan Hawke. Allow us to introduce you to Lee Raybon, a quirky journalist / rare bookstore owner / unofficial truth seeker who's always on the tail of his latest conspiracy. This time, his most recent expose puts him head-to-head with a powerful family that rules Tulsa, meaning only one thing: he must be onto something big. FX is The Lowdown, all new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Hey, Jeremy, old buddy, old pal.
Hey, Mike.
I want to talk to you about Miller Lite. You and I have bonded over these last few weeks talking about our shared love of Miller Lite.
That's right.
A great partner of our show for practically its entire existence.
It's been a partner of this show since I was 10 years old.
And it's been around for 50 years, and they've been a part of our show for almost 20. We're approaching incredible partner status with Miller Lite.
I mean, to think that people were celebrating at my bar mitzvah with Miller Lite as they were a partner of this show is pretty incredible.
You're talking about the moments that are made better by making those times, those special times, Miller time. Jeremy, there's nothing like cracking open Miller Lite with your crew. This football season, it's especially true. Whether it's a touchdown you didn't see coming or just arguing about fantasy lineups you already know you're going to lose, Miller Lite has been the taste you can depend on for 50 years. Brewed for flavor with simple ingredients, rich toffee notes, that iconic golden color, and here's a kicker, Jeremy.
What's that?
It's just 96 calories.
I still can't believe that. We say it every week. I can't believe it.
It's just 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. It's the original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 5 decades later. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
You ever try to name all your financial accounts and their balances, 401ks, investments, properties? I can barely remember what I had for lunch, let alone all that stuff. That's why I started using Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one finance tool that pulls everything together, your accounts, budgets, goals, into one clean dashboard on your phone or laptop. And let me tell you, it was a wake-up call. I found a 401k from some job I forgot existed, and it wasn't some small change. Ended up being a nice little chunk of change there for the boy. I realized that I had cash just sitting there, doing nothing in my investments. Not as smart as I thought it was. Monarch makes all that obvious and actually feels doable. No spreadsheets, no hopping between apps, just a real clear view of my money. You can even share with your partner or financial advisor. No more wait. Let's see how much we spent on that coffee or that takeout. Monarch puts everything on the table, literally. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code Dan at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code Dan.
Dan Le Batard.
I want to talk to Hannah, the astrophysicist, and I want to make bets
She's
with
so
her.
smart.
No, but
Not Ian.
I want to, no. No. See, this is what I want to do with our show. No, don't let Billy's team of dumb demons spew all over the bottom of this company and piss all over the show. No.
Stugats.
Ian broke down everyone that was drafted on the offensive line except centers because the Jets didn't need one.
Let's have Ian go against the astrophysicist head to head, and let's see. Let's put some money on it. You're informed idiot or Lucy's actually smart person who doesn't know anything, but at least we're going to choose an astrophysicist and not Taylor's roommate who's not named Ian.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats.
LSU cannot run the ball. Let's check in with Brian Kelly when he was all defensive about being asked about the fact that, among other things, his team can't run the ball.
What are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? Is that the first question? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it. That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled. This team is 17-1 at night. 17-1. Give them some respect. How about that? Give them some respect instead of micro-analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous. For a group of seasoned reporters, that kind of question is so out of line.
Was that Paul Kaharski? Was he badgering poor Brian Kelly? They can't run the ball, and Ole Miss dragged them, Lucy.
Well, did you see that Mike Elko started his press conference off that way? He was like, do you guys want to talk about how we're not good at this? Like, he was clearly making fun of Brian Kelly, which I love Mike Elko. He's so fun. Yeah, they can't run the ball. They literally can't do it. And because they can't run the ball, Garrett Nussmeier is like lost in space. And so you have this offense that is so one-dimensional that it becomes like zero-dimensional. They can't do anything because like you're not afraid of LSU. It's weird because it's a complete reverse of like what we've seen in previous LSU Brian Kelly teams of like their defense is what's keeping them around. They're like really getting close to Iowa territory here of like no matter how good your defense is, if your offense cannot stay on the field, like your defense is going to get tired, and this is just going to be like the existence you live, where I know Caden Durham didn't play this game, but like you have to be able to run the ball. They can't. Ole Miss, on the other hand, that is a good football team. What a problem to have where you go get this D2 transfer who has just like changed your entire world, and now Austin Simmons is just like, we got to stay with the hot hand, so it's going to be Trinidad Chambliss, and they are a really good football team. And with Georgia losing to Alabama this weekend, we don't really know like sort of what the SEC is looking like right now. There's no front runner. Ole Miss is in an amazing position. Like they were in such a good spot, which we did not see coming with how much that team lost from last season.
Give me a better college football name than Trinidad Chambliss. Just one off the top of your head, just a name.
Oh, shoot, there's a lot of good ones. I can't think of them right now. There's an all-name team that none of the names are coming back to me.
ACC is blank.
I mean, it's Miami's to lose right now. Like, that's what it is. It's a conference where I know Georgia Tech won this week, but they went and they just completely first half the bet against Wake Forest. Like, they were useless. It took Haynes King doing Haynes King things again to bring them back to life. You have Florida State losing on the road at Virginia, which, by the way, that was the fastest field storm I've ever seen. Like, they didn't
There
even
was no jump.
Yeah,
they just went straight forward into the field.
It was so, like, I love a field storm. I don't want to pretend that I'm not a person who doesn't. That
one
was
scared
scary.
me. Thank you.
Because it went so fast. It just, like, happened. And nobody was off the field. Like, that was terrifying. It happened so quickly.
Mike had it right when he said World War Z. It's when the zombies are that fast. It's terrifying when the zombies are fast.
And, like, I think what was just so remarkable is, like, they didn't even try to stop. I don't see a security guard in sight. Like, they knew it was going to happen, but, like, normally you have, like, at least, like, a 30-second buffer. That was crazy. It was so scary.
Joseph Manjack IV, a white wide receiver from TCU who doesn't wear gloves.
No gloves.
That's good.
Give me,
really good.
Give me some music here for Lucy's Internet Minute to close out the segment here. She's at Notre Dame this weekend, fighting Irish, Boise State. Give us an Internet Minute here to keep me and Cody younger than we actually are.
So, unfortunately, the internet was not as strong this week as it was last week. The Rapture really was like just a great way to start. I haven't heard from any of the non-Raptures, but I do have some pretty sad news. I hate to break this to our show audience, to you all. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman have separated. That came out. That was shocking. They have been together for 19 years. No one really knows what happened. Keith's side said he initiated it. Nicole's side said that she was trying to make it work, and they need to fly all the AMC like flags at half-staff today, or half-mast. I don't know why I couldn't say that. That's my internet minute.
Billy, your
I
thoughts?
think that was like 20 seconds.
I saw that this morning, and I was really sad about the fact that they were together for such a long time. And now that it's over. Also, Nashville's like a really weird place, right? Where like you could just go to the grocery store and Nicole Kidman is there.
Yeah. It's a weird... I've never been to Nashville, but it doesn't seem like a city I would like. I'm just going to say that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's lovely.
It is lovely.
It's a great city.
Nashville rules.
We found
Ask me about it tomorrow, but today it's lovely.
We found a Rice player named Mobility.
That's pretty
That's
good.
as good as it gets.
Don't believe you.
That's pretty
No,
good.
we looked. We triple-checked. M-O-H-bility.
19 years in, right? That's what they were together for, married for, Lucy?
And think about what she went through with Tom Cruise. So you're like, no, Nicole, you deserve love more than anybody. So it was very shocking, but let me remind you, separated is not divorce. I know divorce. My parents are divorced, and they were never separated. They were just straight up divorced.
Straight
so
to
they
it,
could
huh?
still get back together.
We will talk to you next week. Thank you, Lucy. Appreciate the insight.
After that amount of time, I think I wouldn't give up. I'd just be like, this is what it is.
I think after
Exactly.
that amount of time, you know that it's over.
I think you're just like, it's just...
I don't know.
Let's get to the
I'll
end
just tell
together.
you, I can tell you confidently, my parents are not getting back together.
Oh.
But Nicole and Keith might.
News break.
I have one more nerdy football question for Lucy. The SEC is basically the ACC with bigger budgets and a better publicist, because that was an ACC-ass weekend for the SEC too. Everybody that they tell you is good, all of a sudden, one weekend passes, you have all sorts of questions about. I've been really liking what I'm seeing from Mizzou. Does Mizzou have what it takes to really surprise? Ahmad Ardi is an incredible running back.
They have an easy schedule, like by SEC standards. I think what is so interesting about Mizzou is if you look at what happened to Penn State this weekend, had they had Bo Pribula, I think that game would have gone differently. Like Drew Aller kept them in at parts, took them out. Like Bo might have been the better quarterback out of the two of them. He's so dynamic, he can run. They're an Eli Drinkowicz team. They're going to have a real fun offense, and they're really not playing anybody this season. Like, Mizzou is very much still in the fold, but the SEC is you're right, it's very ACC, it's very Big 12. Like, it's all over the place, and I think we just keep telling ourselves that it's so great because, like, that's what we've always been told. We're like, I think it's very clear right now the Big Ten is the best conference in college football.
One more
And not 'cause Iowa's in it.
nerdy football question before we get to Darren Waller. Give me the stat of the day music here quickly, Chris Cody, before I get to it and before I ask Lucy about Georgia's quarterback situation.
Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This is start of the day.
Mike Ryan was blaming Georgia's quarterback situation and Kirby Smart for not staying with Carson Beck, but the 13 third downs that Alabama converted against Georgia is the most any team has converted against Georgia in more than 30 years. Do you agree with Mike Ryan that there are 6, 7, or 8 better quarterback situations just in the SEC than Georgia's quarterback situation?
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. Just like off the top, like Lenora Sellers, Ole Miss probably has 2 quarterbacks better than what Georgia has right now. I think you saw a little bit in this game of kind of what Carson Beck dealt with last year, like drop passes. I think Georgia's real issue is their secondary. Like Alabama was cooking them through the air. When you're throwing a bubble screen to a 350-pound offensive lineman, you're just in hell. Like that's just what's happening.
We will talk to you next week, Lucy.
That is a really good wide receiver room that they got in Alabama. They got 3 excellent dudes out there. That's like Washington Husky wide receivers. So I guess Kalen DeBoer can recruit wide receivers a little bit.
Thank you, Lucy.
And they're throwing to offensive linemen. We cannot forget that they're doing that. That's insane.
Do you hate Caden Proctor?
No. I wish him the best.
It was a screen pass. I can count on a 350-pound person to catch a screen pass, and then it was great fun watching. Do you know how odd it is to watch Georgia's defenders specifically look like 6th graders trying to attach themselves to somebody? I mean, was that?
It was so funny. There's nothing you can do.
No, what are you going to do? He just leaned forward, and everyone kept bouncing off of him.
And he was athletic with it. Like it was just crazy. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Ryan Grubb's back in his bag. I'm excited.
Again, the person catching the ball was 150 pounds heavier than everyone trying to tackle him.
And they spent so much of the broadcast being and that's the skinniest he's ever been. He finally dropped down to this weight.
Thank you, Lucy. Appreciate it.
Hey, NFL fans, what's your favorite touchdown? For me, mine is always the next one. With DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could put cash in your hands. I'm talking first touchdown scorers, anytime touchdowns, live bets. Every snap is an opportunity. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DAN. That's code DAN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Minimum minus 500 odds required. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Dan Le Batard.
It's all about me.
Stugats.
Whee!
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats.
So Greg Cody was very comfortable earlier in the show calling someone a nerd, and Rex Ryan called Mike McDaniel nerd boy. Rex Ryan is publicly, as an announcer, meaner than most. I don't think he's in a position specifically.
He is. He seems mean, right?
He is mean, but him calling someone else a nerd as if he gets to be the cool one when he's got a van full of pizza boxes, fake teeth, and a foot fetish. You get to be the cool one? Let's hear Rex Ryan here talking about Shedeur Sanders and being mean.
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
Him saying someone else runs their mouth.
Really put his foot in his mouth there, huh?
I mean, he is paid to do it here.
He is, but I'm going to go ahead and defer. I understand we all have our opinions, but I'm assuming Flacco's the starter because the coach is seeing things that we're not seeing. He's got more invested in this need for winning than the rest of us. My guess is that the young quarterbacks aren't ready.
I mean, maybe Shedeur does sit in the front of the film room. How does he know?
I mean, Diana Rossini's been on this show talking about why Shedeur Sanders is where he is on that depth chart. There's so many mistakes, so many things he did wrong in college that they're still trying to repair and get right. But I don't think it's a criticism to call somebody a nerd or nerdy. I think that's a compliment. I think in the context of NFL coaches, okay, it's a scale, right? Up here on the macho end of the scale, you have the Dan Campbells, you have the Mike Tomlins. Down here, you have the Mike McDaniels and the Liam Cohens. visually, just visually, they are nerdy, okay? If you take that as a criticism, that's on you, not me.
What are you doing to Liam Cohen?
I think he's nerdy.
He's like a big guy.
I don't care size. I mean, visually.
They're doing great for what they're working with.
You think it's a compliment when Rex Ryan calls Mike McDaniel nerd boy?
Yes, because nerdy conveys intelligence. The nerd is the math whiz, the science whiz. If you're called nerdy in high school, you know what? It's the football player, the thick-necked football star calling you nerdy because he's jealous of your intelligence. When I call Mike McDaniel nerdy, look, he's nerdy visually, but he's got a mind.
Speaking of thick necks, we've got Darren Waller on, and I was telling you when the Dolphins signed Darren Waller that what I saw from him from the Raiders was someone who was unstoppable. It was really nice. It was a really nice story last night to see Darren Waller catch 2 touchdown passes. A man that size catching that pass on 4th down in the back of the end zone. That was a great pass and a great play all around. I want to welcome Darren Waller to the show. Congratulations on last night, Darren. You also recovered the onside kick at the end. I'm wondering, given what your journey has been the last few years, my guess is that you felt some pretty seismic joy at being able to contribute like that your first game out for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I felt like I was on drugs most of the night. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, definitely a lot of joy, man. Like I've always been talking about getting back to the joy that I felt like when I was a kid, like the pure joy. Getting away from like the numbers, the stats, just like being present to the moment and enjoying the game in the moment. And that couldn't ask for more. His first game back is crazy.
Can you condense for us your journey over the last 5 years? Because it was a really nice story to see you go from, in New York, it sounded like you had lost some of your love for football. You left football, and now you've returned to football this way. Take us through your feelings and the articulation of what the last 5 years have been like for you.
Yeah, last 5 years, 2020 was the year where I had over 100 catches and made the Pro Bowl. So that was like peak career. And then 2021 was when the injuries started happening. 22 was hit by injuries. 23 was hit by injuries. Still productive years for when I was on the field, but the injuries were really holding me back. And that was kind of frustrating me. Life was just frustrating me. I feel like I needed to step away. And I feel like my higher power was leading me in a different direction. And I feel like going in that direction allowed me to come back to appreciate football just a cleaner vessel, you know what I'm saying? And just still having something to provide, just still trying to be a teammate that, guys can look over to me and know that they can count on me to make something happen, whatever my role is at any given time. So yeah, it's just crazy to be here. And getting into camp, like first 2 weeks of training, after I signed with the Dolphins, I blew my quad out, damn near tore my quad from my hip. So it was like, what is going on, not trying to piece together like what this journey is supposed to be and not having the answers in the moment, but having a night like last night, just battling through the rehab and the humbling of just watching guys go through camp and not being able to be out there. It was just a crazy journey, man. It's been so many journeys in my life like that.
If you had to choose a reason that you left football, would it have been physical pain or mental pain? Which was more responsible for making you leave?
It was more mental and emotional. Physical definitely contribute to it because it was just frustrating. I couldn't really feel like I could find answers, I guess. And maybe the mental and the emotional contributed to it, but it was like I found myself still at the same spot. Like, when I was out the league for all the drugs and drinking I was doing, it was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I feel like my life looks great on paper, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I felt that same feeling in 2023. And I was like, I need to, go into another chapter of reinventing myself and healing and growing. Like if football is really meant for me, which I didn't think it was, like I thought I was done for real. And, but it opened the pathway, like I said, for my higher power to lead me back into this when I wasn't even necessarily looking for it. It just kind of happened organically. So, but yeah, to answer your question, it was definitely more internal.
You've been very open talking about the darkness that you were feeling. What are you comfortable sharing on the drinking and drugging and what kind of coping you were doing there to self-medicate?
Oh yeah, back in the day, man. Yeah. I mean, smoking weed, drinking, Percocet, like painkillers was my number one. Xanax, cocaine, you name it. Anything that can just give you a feeling and allow you to escape whatever the craziness is going on the inside. I wanted to to be a part of. So it was a wild journey before getting sober.
The Giants was the experience of not being a 100-catch person anymore, because you really were unstoppable with the Raiders. You were always open. Cornerbacks and those people are too small in the secondary to cover you. Can you take us through specifically how it is you went from 100 catches to losing your love for football? Like, how gradual was that?
I mean, I can even look back to moments in those seasons. Like, I always tell people this story. Played the Jets in 2020. I had a 200-yard game, and the first practice back out on the field on Wednesday, I'm like, damn, I can't drop this pass and routes on air, when I literally just caught everything that was coming to me. So it's like there's always this internal doubt that I feel like I'm fighting every day, or like this fear that I got to show up and press up against, and, you know, just stand firm and be courageous. So yeah, it was just, I don't know, man. I feel like if I'm not right internally, mentally, and staying with the practices that help me reinvent my life on multiple occasions, if I drift from those, whatever I'm doing, I'm probably going to lose joy. And I feel like I lost sight of a lot of what makes up my spiritual life and keeps me feeling alive every day in 2023. And I feel like I needed 2024 away from the game, and the journeys through 2025, especially through this recovering from this injury, was a major spiritual test for me as well, just humbling me in a lot of ways, just getting me back to ground level with how much I love football. So yeah, getting away from all the stats, like I said, and the accolades, and just being like, man, what was that joy I had when I was a kid connecting to football, and just trying to stay in that mind state.
Darren, you mentioned after the game last night that of all of the emotions you felt, one of them was a little bit of fear. Where does that fear come from?
I think just being human. I feel like being afraid most of my life. That's why I was coping with the things I was coping with. A lot of times I was just afraid. And, you know, just being out of football for almost 2 calendar years, it's a violent game. It's a fast game. You know, these dudes that are coming in and out of the league, I ain't played against most of them now. I think I'm the oldest dude on my team, and you know, there's a lot of young dudes, they get faster, stronger, and it's just like, you know, can you keep up? Like, can you still do what you did? Because my prime years that people may know me for was 5-6 years ago. So you can't necessarily rest on that. You got to earn it every day. You got to earn opportunities like last night. So, yeah, I feel like fear is in question. Like, I was sitting in my apartment yesterday before I went to the game, like, I'm really about to get hit. Like, we're just about to see what happens, and not trying to play everything out in my head and try to make sure things go the right way. It's like I've always been able to adapt. So let me just stay in the moment. My fear always feasts on me either being in the future or being on something in the past.
Darren, what do you make of playing for Mike McDaniel compared to your past coaches?
Mike McDaniel is really kind of blown me away a lot, because you know, we've kind of connected on like having similar journeys. I know he battled with alcohol a lot of his life and was able to find sobriety, and just seeing like the principles and the standard that he preaches every day were the same principles and standards that helped me change my life, and still, I think, helped me find success in football too. Because people think like 100-catch guy, like I'm going into the year thinking I'm gonna get 100 catches. It's really not. Like, I'm just maximizing the moment that's right in front of me. I can't control how many opportunities that necessarily may be. If it is 100, great. If it's 42, it's going to be the best 42 possible. And like staying present, like not even trying to go out there and say, I want to get certain level of results. You know, you think of like Bill Walsh too. Like he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he had a book called The Scoreboard Takes Care of Itself. So it's just like letting go of results, being focused on the standard, the process about which you go and get those results. It's something that he stands on and preaches. And I'm like, I never thought I'd hear a coach preaching this over just like, we got to be better, get your ass going. Like, that's what I appreciate about him, and that he stands on that. So it's really been refreshing to be around him.
Given what your journey's been, that first touchdown last night, give me one you've had in your career that felt as good as that one.
Ooh, you might got me stumped there. A game that I feel like I held like in my memory, like when I'm done and looking back as like a grandfather or something one day, it would be, we played the Ravens on my birthday in 2021. That was like my first game against Baltimore. That was my former team. And I had a whole bunch of family there, and I had a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And really just that whole game was memorable. But yeah, that touchdown I don't think anything really compares to that for me.
Did you need the humbling?
Absolutely. I feel like I always need it. I feel like everybody needs it. People that go too long without it, I don't know, man. I can only speak for my own journey. I feel like I definitely need it because I can begin to rest on my laurels and think I got everything figured out when I'm up. And I feel like being humble gets me back to the things that really matter, that keep me grounded, whether the success is there or not. And I think I'm always going to need steady doses. I'm not going to like it when I get it, but nights like that, like last night, prove that there's a process and nothing that happens to me or in my life isn't ultimately happening for my good.
What did you miss in 2024?
Man, it's a good question. I definitely missed the locker room camaraderie, like having guys like you could just laugh with, cut up with every day. Because 2024 was I had some solid friends around me, but it was a lot of time spent alone, a lot of time spent doing a lot of hard work on the inside of myself. So it was a pretty lonely time, I would say. So that locker room, just joy, just jumping and just being happy and playing pranks on people and all that stuff. I hold that with so much more gratitude now. Just being in the mix, being in football and knowing that I have some gifts that God gave me and being proud of those and being to going through the ups and the downs that come with having those gifts and saying my feet are planted here. I'm approaching this with a whole different perspective. I needed to miss it. I feel like most people, we don't appreciate things while we got them. They got to be gone, I guess. So, I would say that.
What else did you realize that you hadn't appreciated enough?
I don't think I appreciated the past versions of myself enough. I never realized how passively critical I was of younger versions of myself, like the younger versions of me that were doing drugs and drinking and getting arrested and being in trouble and stuff like that. But those younger versions of me were just in pain and trying to do the best they could to get through the experiences that he was going through. So I got to show love to that younger version of me from college, from high school, from middle school, really intentionally form that relationship with the younger versions of myself. I wasn't necessarily doing that. I was so self-critical of myself and still can be. So that's like a full-time job of just not trying to beat myself up.
Darren, how bad are the Jets?
Man, the Jets, bro, I kept looking up at the screen. I was like, bro, they got so many rushing yards. They were moving the ball, bro. They were efficient and, they got talent on defense. They got a great coach leading them. So, I think it's a matter of time. They got the leadership in place to, correct some of the things that aren't necessarily going their way, man. So they're a good football team and they fought to the end and they, had chances to win that game and to, go up. That fumble in the beginning, I feel like was huge too, because they were building a lot of momentum. Could have been a different game, but man, it don't matter what happens, bro. I feel like teams can always respond to wherever they're at.
Darren, congratulations. It was really nice seeing that. I was happy for you last night. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
The stat that I saw was when he speaks of rushing defense, and the reason that I was telling you that they were getting gashed is the Dolphins are allowing almost more than 5 yards per carry.
Yeah, terrible.
There can't be another team in the league allowing 5 yards a carry. You allow 5 yards a carry, you're going to lose most football games.
Yeah. I think part of that is dropping back in coverage, though, because your cornerbacks are so bad and you have 3 cornerbacks injured.
Smart move. Darren Waller's answer there. They play the Jets again.
Yeah.
Julian Edlow here from DK Network. Tune in to DKN Daily Bets Monday through Friday, a fun, quick-hitting podcast where we bring in knowledgeable guests from across the sports betting industry to break down our favorite bets of the day. Find DKN Daily Bets wherever you listen to your podcasts.